Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX setups for today. So we just want to check the daily here. We did get a bit of a pin bar structure here to the upside, so a bit of a rejection. There's nothing to reject because we're at all-time highs, but anyway, and then we had a fairly solid bar closing on its high. My concern at the moment is the oscillators, which are grouped to the upside like this, which is indicating we are overbought. And at 90, call it 97, remember the scale is only from 0 to 100, so sitting at the very top end of the scale is just an indication that we are extremely overbought. Now, there is weekly structure to the downside which has not been tested, and that was 1719. That's the sort of the high of last year. So that level is still very important. It's always going to be important until it gets tested. And when we drill down to the 8-hour, the last week was pretty much sideways, big up, sideways, big up. There was data. There's a lot more data coming out this week as well, and all of it is pointing towards rate cuts coming this year. I don't think there's a clear indication of when this year, but there's definitely kind of what people are looking at right now. So, what are we looking to do? For Friday, I was really not interested in it, looking for an opportunity just to sit back and enjoy a long weekend, which is what we did. Didn't really bother with this, but we do have some structure here, and I'm just going to put both levels in. In fact, I'm going to widen the level a little bit. I'm just going to take the bodies instead of the tail. So this is the zone at 17,631 to 17,596. So 17,600 is something we need to pay attention to. We've kept coming back to try and test it, but then we are, by the looks of things, looking to form a lower high right now. So the high of Friday is obviously important. Here it is there. But I'd be very reluctant to be jumping in short up here because that's just trying to second guess a top. And I know from experience that that's not a very clever thing to do. So this would be the zone of support we'd be looking at. There is another zone of support much lower down, but that would erode most of last week's gains. Not impossible, but I don't think that's what we need to be looking at today. 17,465. I think today you're probably going to be ranging, or there should be a little bit of a drop and then a climb. So looking at the hour, you can see I sat out of this on Friday, and I'm quite glad I did. We do have some structure breaks here. I'm going to take this. So there's my trend line, and see how we've broken the trend line, and look at how we're testing the underside of that trend line. I'm very reluctant to do anything right now. If you look at the 15-minute, look at how chaotic this is. Now, we know we've broken this trend line. Let me just put this other trend line in, and then tell me which one you want to trade. So we've broken the upward trend line, and we've broken the downward trend line from Friday. Almost a butterfly formation forming. In other words, you'd want to come down and test the trend line here. So this is ranging. It's definitely ranging. There was profit taking that happened on Friday. I'm very reluctant to pay attention to the diagonals, so we'll just get rid of them. And for me, it is onwards and upwards until it's not. There is a pin bar here, which I think you need to pay attention to. Just below it is another level, and just below that is another level. Just want to get all of them in. So this one has been tested, which was 17,700, but look at this big gap that is open. That pin bar at 17,725 has not been tested. So I'd be looking at this zone here between 17,700 I think is bottom of range. So you'll probably find us come down, test this, and then bounce back up and test the high here at 17,820, or I think this area here is probably 17,800. That's the other area that I'd be playing around with. So for me at the moment, I think this is the range that you're going to form. You want to be favoring any move to the upside. I'm not going to really pay attention to the trend line break at the moment. We'd have to have a daily close below the low of Friday before I even start considering that. So for me at the moment, we are looking to trade between 17,700, so 17,725 and 1700. That is the bottom of the range for me. So you're looking to buy off that, and you're looking to take profit at around 17,800. That is the only opportunities that I do see at the moment. And what may very well happen is you may just drift up higher, drop down. But anyway, you're going to be going sideways today. It is a Monday. That's typically what happens on a Monday, unless there's some catalyst. But at the moment, I don't think you're going to have anything. So that's the only opportunity I see. I wouldn't be trying to second guess anything else. You could argue that this is a flag that's formed, strong move up flag, and you're expecting another move. But for that to be valid, I'd expect a pullback to come and test the flag break. And if I put the diagonal back in, and it's a weak one on the hour because there's only the fractal at the top, there's no fractals to the downside, and then there's two, so it's only three fractals that make up this flag. But if you look at this, to come and test this trend line is this area here. Okay, those are the strongest area of support, and it would just make a lot of sense. So 17,700, 1725, 17,025. That's what you're looking to buy, and you're looking to take profit at 17,798 or 17,800. That's the only opportunity that I see for today. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.